Phrases you can use in everyday life.
You'd be amazed.
Said that.
Yeah.
One that my character in XCOM is infamous for, why people hate me so much, is like, we regret to inform you, Commander, that you have failed this mission. Yeah, the guy everybody loves to hate. And I kept thinking, I was like, wait a minute, you lost. Why are you mad at me? I'm just telling you what you did. You wanted to be like, we are pleased with your progress, Commander.
One of my favorite lines is actually TK Baja, the character that I do. It's and also I had to think of one that he does because I can't do Claptrap right now. My voice all screwed up. But he does that. You should have seen the look on your face. And that character is just a fun guy to do because he basically represents most of my family. I live in Texas.
Oh, actually, I do have a funny story about a famous phrase. I found out that the lady that I worked with on the Clone Wars toys, she likes to mess with the people she works with. She's every voice actor she's ever worked with. Right in the middle of their audio, she has them say, "Release the Kraken," as the character that they're doing. So I was like, "Release the Kraken," and she's like, "That's so funny because they're gonna get that." Like, "Oh man, Sarah." Her name's Sarah too, by the way. And then it occurred to me because she mentioned she'd worked with Peter. She mentioned that she'd worked with Peter Cullen on the Transformers helmet. So that means somewhere out there's audio of Optimus Prime saying, "Release the Kraken."
I don't know if it's Momcon appropriate, but I keep thinking about it. Just this game called Till Morning's Light just came out from Way Forward Games and Amazon. It's iOS, and I highly recommend it because unlike most cell phone games, it's not like one of those things you have to buy stuff for. It's like a complete full game, and it's really impressive that it's on the phone. I was like, I have to buy it once I figure out if my new phone can handle it. But yeah, and I got a character named Sarah. How appropriate. But she's like, I was so happy because she's way different. She's like soft-spoken and very quiet, and in my lower register, like not something I normally get to play, you know. And I just, this one line always comes back to me because it's so self-deprecating and it's sort of adorable because she's a ghost, and the main character's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there," and I'm just like, "I'm easy to overlook." I was like, "Aw, my heart."
And if Amanda was here with us, she would speak about the Oinky.
A livestock.
Yeah, I will be your livestock.
Play that to me someday, Amanda.
I had to do a mobile game where I literally do every famous phrase from every movie. It's about a pig who flies by farting.
Well, how else is the pig gonna fly, people?
So yeah, there's like, "May the fuck be with you." Yeah, it's just, the lines in that just make me cringe.
Making everybody cringe, actually.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good question, good fun question.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Dee, can I just say, I love your voice every single time I play Halo, dying over and over on the legendary mode, so I never got bored of it. David, you're another story.
You know, we designed I designed the character to, you know, he's supposed to be irritating. He reminds you the things you're supposed to do, but he's also supposed to be a little bit endearing, and you kind of want to have like that relationship with your sidekick, like their kid brother that's 4 years younger. You can slap him around a little bit, but you don't want anybody else to do it.
Most people don't want to kill their big brother.
Yeah,
Big brother.
your little brother. No, sometimes, you know, whatever. But
He was
it's
college
supposed to
baby,
be irritating
yeah.
and polarizing and job done. Job well done.
But I do love your pizza party scene.
What's that?
The pizza party scene?
You know, was actually my 13th and my 18th birthday. No joke. My family forgot about my 13th and 18th birthday. I thought on my 18th birthday it was going to be a surprise party because nobody was saying anything.
It's a surprise even to them.
Yeah, and so I thought yeah, it was a huge surprise.
Surprise, but you got your birthday.
And, you know, there were crickets there, but that's about it.
Here you go.
But yeah, it was kind of weird because I thought like, how, you know, anyway, it's, but sorry that, you know, Claptrap's a character you love to hate and hate to love. So.
Well, my main question is, being a voice actor, how often do you get to improvise, or especially for you, Sarah, you get to work a lot on anime, that you don't really get the opportunity to really improvise or do different things. So how often do you say, "Oh, I don't really like this line, let's do something else"?
It happens occasionally. I mean, it has to fit, but I sometimes if I'm lucky, the director will be like, I've literally had a director look at me like, "This line's not working, what do you think, Sarah?" And I'm like, and I sort of like, I give writing credit. Well, I don't really. But yeah, I mean, with anime, it doesn't happen too much, so lots of times with the shows, I get to do outtakes, like, if you've seen the Sword Art outtakes, I came up, Leroy Jenkins was my outtake, and I was waiting for a chance to put that in because, a show about an MMO, I gotta find a place. But, I mean, like, with Jinx, I got to improv because at one point, being the nerd that I am, I forgot to mention I watched a lot of Red vs. Blue and rage quit on Rooster Teeth. I at one point said to them when we were doing the death thing, I was like, can I do the death rattle from Red vs. Blue? And they're like, oh yeah, go ahead. It's like, yes. I was like, it's like, thank you so much. And one of Peacock's notorious lines was sort of a collaborative improv because I was waiting in the booth for my next thing, and the button clicks on, and I hear the tail end of someone saying, yeah, and then he pulls out a gun and yells garbage day and shoots him. And I was just like, are you talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? And they're like, do you know it? And I'm like, I know it. And they're like, can you do it? I was like, I can do that. It was beautiful.
I improvise all the time. Other than movie trailers, which sometimes the words don't quite work out. When they write these things down, I don't think they say them out loud. And then when you actually say them out loud, like, that sounds really weird. But yeah, like pretty much everything I do, even commercial, video game. If I just go with my gut, whatever pops in my head, like, we try this, like, oh man, that's like, right. But change the script for that. I like that.
There's a lot of script edits.
I'm feeling Chris does a lot of improv and stuff too.
No, I mean, I came from the world of improv, and it served me well in the voice acting game. Even when you don't have little moments, you know, a lot of things, especially Hercule, when I first started doing Hercule, I really kind of tried to push him a certain way, even though they really wanted me to pull back on the sort of Texas-y southern accent that he does kind of have. And I was like, no, not that stuff. I was like, it's in the character, man. Go trust me, it's gonna be fine. And then I would even throw in, you know, they would write the line, yeah, and I was like, okay, we're gonna make it, oh yeah. And I would throw in brothers at the ends of lines. You know, if I had an extra flap in, I'd be like, yeah, brother. You know? And eventually, the writers started writing them in there. You know? And so that was nice. So yeah, lots of room to improvise. I didn't so much in Borderlands 2. What we were kind of talking about this weekend is, I felt like the writing felt improvised. You know, it felt like, as I said,
you
you
did a
know,
really good job of being able to get into the cadence for each character.
Really?
Based off of what the voice actors would do, and that he would be able to write for you. He knew your voice.
It was really
the
crazy.
same thing with contract.
It was really crazy. It would just sort of come out and be like, yeah, that's. I mean, where did that come from? It just worked.
You know,
stuff like that.
we're doing a voice acting from the pros, and for those interested in voice acting, it's really a lot less about your voice, and it's really more about acting.
Yes.
And if you can act, there's a role for you, because you know, everybody doesn't have to have a deep, you know, radio voice or be able to mimic others. But if you can just act and you can sell it, you know, and make people believe that you're not reading, and that you're actually doing that thing that you're supposed to be, you know, that you're supposed to be conveying, then hey, you know what? You can do this.
The two most important things before being able to act is being able to be on time and being able to be easy to work with as well. Then, if you're a good actor, you're probably doing all right.
As Sir Ian McKellen once said, acting is just pretending to be another person.
Yeah, especially being on time and being well to work with, because for the most part, especially when you're starting out, you are expendable. You are always expendable. And
There's thousands of other people looking for
like
your
I
job.
have no disillusion that there are at least 10 plus people who do exactly what I can do and do it just as well, if not better. So I better be prompt, I better be well on time, I better be easy to work with, I better be able to take direction, because if they get tired of my butt, they can call in another person like that.
Yep, and you better be available when they need you too. Yeah.
Great, thank you guys.
Which most actors are.
We make ourselves available.
I'm not doing anything
What
else.
else are we doing?
And they will happily do it too. They'll be like, oh God, yes, finally.
I'm on my way. Someone take my kid.
Exactly.
Here, you stranger, watch this.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
Please tell me you don't have
I got that job.
Hello.
Yeah.
I have a question for Steve. What was it like voicing Star-Lord?
Oh, it was great. I was just sorry that we didn't have more opportunities to do it. It was only one episode when they were introducing, you know, the Guardians to the Avengers. And it was a blast, and they really liked it. They being the producers of the series, and there was talk, well, we got, we're definitely, this is the beginning of a new thing. Well, then the series got canceled. That was the end of that, and 2-3 years later, it's a huge successful movie, and obviously what Chris Pratt did was completely different. I mean, he injected the humor into that character that was the direction that they went. But no, I loved it and was hoping it was going to be another thing, but it wasn't.
Should have gone back to the studio like,
What's Star Wars?
yeah.
Dude.
Chris Pratt gets 1,000 emails being like, you took work from Magic.
Thank you.
He got those from me, but.
This is probably gonna be the last question, because they have to room for the next panel.
Anybody can answer this one. How do you feel about more and more voice actors going for more realistic portrayals of characters, like people doing more realistic voices instead of like Mel Blanc style cartoon voices in like animation?
That's what Dave just said. They want actors. In fact, the majority of network animation, you'll see the majority of the cast, they're from television. They literally, every time I work on a game, like they said, we want something about like Nathan Fillion in the cast of Firefly. That's like literally the requirements for voice descriptions for it. But they're getting hard because of their actors. Freddie Prinze Jr. is the voice of the main character in Star Wars Rebels. They're not hiring Freddie Prinze Jr. to come in there and do some crazy voices. They're hiring him to be the actor Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess we have time for one more.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, who is next in line? Okay.
You did seem to be here.
You could also
We can maybe get into.
bring out the mud pit.
They're right behind
Ask the
you.
question quickly.
Okay, hey. First of all, I want to say, Sarah, I really loved your portrayal of Sayaka. That's one of the reasons I love the anime so much. I felt so bad for Sayaka. I loved her so much.
Me
Anyways,
too. Every time I watch it.
Anyways, if I watch someone, I'd ask a question about that. Do you guys ever watch your own work? Sometimes, like, if I say, like, I perform in a musical, then my family gets a DVD of it, and it's just, I don't know, it feels weird to watch myself. Is it like that for you guys?
I think I learned from watching it. Yeah.
I like to dip in and be like, how did I do? Did that come out well? And I'm
Yeah.
sort of like, what would I do differently?
I hate everything that I do. And it's just, all I want to do is I just want to critique everything and just like, oh, I could have done it different like this, or if I didn't know it was this situation, I could have put this inflection on it, or.
Yeah.
And so it's not good emotionally for me to actually, but I also love to play Borderlands, and so that's kind of a problem, So I just, I sometimes I turn it down, and
I'm completely the opposite. I love everything I'm in.
Yeah, brother.
I think to myself, how am I not doing this more?
I think really highly of myself.
It is a little bit strange in some ways. I love playing Borderlands 2, but as a gamer, I don't know, there's a little bit of a disconnect. Look, I know it's me, but it's just really funny. And for the most part, I didn't remember every single line that I said, so it's sort of a new experience for me too. And I just sort of let it play out as, oh, this is just a character in the game. And yes, it happens to be me, but yeah, I'm entertained by it anyway.
Yeah, because there's hundreds of lines, so it's easy to forget what you did.
Right, yeah.
Very quickly, like, who's your favorite character you've ever voiced and why? Well, like, just for reason.
I don't have a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Claptrap. My second favorite is TK Baha.
I can't think of one.
Star Wars, man. I actually got to do the scratch read for Peter Cohen for Transformers Voice trailers, and I knew they were going to have him come back and re-record it. It was a huge honor just to fill in a little bit, because he was my inspiration. When I first heard him, Voltron, Defender of the Universe, I was like, that's what I want to do.
For me, I would say like one of my favorite new voices I'm playing, because I really can't pick one, is I'm the principal in Assassination Classroom. And I really enjoy his subtle prickishness and just overall.
Yeah, totally unlike you though.
Right, well.
You're not subtle about it at all.
I'm not subtle about it. He's a lot more subtle about it, has to keep appearances up, but there's something very sinister going on there, and that's very enjoyable. So right now, I really like that. That's it.
Yeah, if I tried to talk, I have too many favorites, so I like that. I use one of the newest favorite. Suffice to say that NDA, so I can't even give any info. Suffice to say though that I'm having such a good time with this character, and I get to can't wait to publish here. It's so much fun.
You stole a part from
She was the voice of Goliath. I tell you, one time I was helping someone try to launch a Kickstarter type thing to get something made, and they did not tell me at all what I was doing. And there's like this creepy clown voice, and then there's this really awesome anti-hero, deep, dark bass, a little Peter Cohen-ish, a little Movie trailer-ish. And I was like, okay, so I knock this thing out, and like, it's me, child. I'm lucky I found you first. And it's like, and then all of a sudden I got Twitter blew up, like, dude, did you do the voice of Spawn? I'm like, no, I never worked on Spawn before. It's too big. And they're like, and somebody finally sent me a link, and sure enough, there was a fan project to get Spawn made, and it's amazing. It's way better than the '90s movie. And I heard myself in there, I was like, holy crap, I am Spawn!
Alright, well, thanks.
And we're out of time.
This
Sorry.
is going to be the last question.
You knew this was a possibility.
Anyway, have any of you like enjoyed watching each other's work?
Of course, I love these guys. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to meet people that that you've been hearing their voice. Now you get to put a face to the name and a face to the voice. You have to do different characters and stuff like that. But I mean, we all like to consume entertainment, right? We have a bunch of folks up here on the stage that I've consumed a lot of y'all's entertainment. That sounds really dirty when I say it like that.
I've got a shrine of Steve Downs in my home, that dirty pair of underwear.
Easy.
Have some more entertainment.
I admittedly haven't played a lot of Halo because I'm behind, but I was sort of kind of hoping Steve would say I need a weapon. It's
You know, these things for me are always, I'm a fan of these people, and it's always an education for me because, I'm sort of a, kind of a one-note guy, and to watch you guys, and ladies do what you do, and the variety of it is just, and the study of voiceover and voice acting, it's a blast for me. I mean, I should be sitting out there. It's such a,
Master Chief does not sit out there.
I was gonna say, you played that one note really freaking good.
Yeah, right.
They said they had the throne ordered, but it never appeared. You should have had the throne in the back.
Right on, yeah. Yeah, that's Rose leader. Everybody has to listen to that guy,
that's it. If any of you would like to get a group photo, like 2 minutes, so these guys can clear out whatever they need to do, we'll be right over there. 2 minutes.
Thank you. All right, thank you.